Hi everyone, N.A.T here, and let's continue my new song idea. So let's move on to Ableton and listen what we've done so far. This should be part 3. So we've got a cool starting beat. And now I just feel like adding a synth sound. So let's do that. Some of you might go like, oh, what the hell, Silent One? Yeah, man, I like Silent One. I like to start from Silent One. And sometimes I just use Silent One all the time. But since this is the first time I'm doing a video while making music, I want to go with easy stuff. And by the way, please tell me if the video is too long, and if it's not entertaining or anything like that. Okay, let me reset this and so I can check how long this is taking. So let me hear first if I'm hearing any kind of thing in my head. I'm not hearing anything now, so let's just play around with Silent One and see what happens. Let me actually, perhaps I could even, as I go, I could map some parameters to my MIDI controller here and kind of switch sounds on the go. So let's just kind of play around with the sound first. Let me open my Let me open my big ass MIDI keyboard and let's begin. I also have sidechain already mapped, so I can go like. Alright, I can already have sidechain, but let's turn it a little bit down because usually I like it when it's a little less. And let's also already. Okay, I was checking if the sound you're hearing is too loud, but appears like it's perfect. Good. So let's now add a synth sound and kind of already gain match it. That's a good starting point. Let's just filter it. There was some kind of cool stuff I played there. Let's go back and listen back to that. Let's actually kind of play around a bit and see which key is better to start with. So there are a couple notes that sound good here. This one as the foundation sounds good. that sounded kind of cool, right? So let me actually and then let's play with F instead as a kind of the key, you know, of the track. Wait, okay. Wait, there was kind of a mistake I did, which sounded cool actually. Let me see what I did. Let me just see this. So all I have to do is just to use kind of a very short note here to see how that sounds. Come on, man. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Now, where's the quantize part in this new Ableton 12 version? Man, I'm getting lost every time. Okay, here, quantize the end and the start. Just like that, it does. I'm getting kind of confused now. Okay. Oh, no. Not here, here, like this. Okay, I guess this here and this kind of shorter. Okay, so we have these three ideas. Okay, G doesn't sound that bad, but let's try this, G sharp. Let's try to quantize it just like this. Let's try like this. Let's actually go back and create a backup version. Oops. Okay, the unquantized version and the new quantized version, because they sound a little different. Let's quantize this first note. This is more like I intended it to be. Oh man. Let me actually pause for a second until I fix this. Okay, I spent a lot of time here fixing this sequence and I got this. Cool, right? Let's listen back to that F0 version. Let's quantize it so it actually plays. Does it start on 1? No. What the hell? I think that's tasteless. So, and by the way, this version here could be just kind of a variation. Okay, but this is the first pattern I have kind of came up with. And I think G sharp sounds good as the key, the root note of my track. Now let's kind of check the tempo as well. Let's move the tempo around and see if track should be kind of slower or faster. Let's see. I feel like faster tracks are always kind of cooler. So I'm not really sure if, you know, I should always go faster or whatever, but let's see. like 129. I'm not sure. Tell me, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer 129 or 127? Because I liked both, honestly. Let me pause for a second so I can choose. But also, I want you to tell me which one you prefer in the comments. Call me crazy? I don't know what it is, but maybe, it sounds like the track sits well around here. 125, maybe 126. What do you think? I'll also go quite lower and quite faster just to see, if this is the right spot in your opinion as well. Maybe, sometimes I think that choosing this kind of stuff, it's about kind of how the brain works. Maybe for processing all these sounds that we're hearing, these specific sounds with these specific patterns, maybe the brain prefers this kind of tempo. Let me go slower and faster. Here starts to sound like it's sped up too much. This sounds like home, in my opinion, so I wanted to set the key and the tempo because I am going to save this. So let's do that. Let's save this thing already in my sound palettes folder. Let's give it a name, an arbitrary name, which what I like to do usually is to select an object I'm seeing in front of myself immediately, or an object I am thinking of just right out of the bat, and a color, if the track inspires a color. If not, whatever. But it's just to kind of also give the track a kind of a direction in terms of kind of what it's telling. And I'm thinking, about this. And I was thinking about this. I don't know if you can see it. It's a decorative jar. I asked ChatGPT what the name of this thing is in English. Yes, ornamental jar, so to speak. So, of course, blue jar. So let's go ahead and call it blue jar. What do I put first? Usually the key, maybe G sharp, okay, and 125, okay. And I do that because if I ever need to, if I go back to when I switch projects, I can then do this, and quickly I am seeing all the important information about the project. So that was it for this. I will continue this in another video tomorrow. We'll continue working on this because the sound, I need to tweak this sound. And as soon as I will do this, you'll see that the track will start to become really, really cool, in my opinion. Because as soon as you tweak, it's just a, naked saw, which it's not suited for this kind of, the kind of track. I believe it needs to have more character. So I will do some sound design, we'll make it cooler, and it will sound a lot cooler. So I'm honestly happy. I'm happy with where this is going. I hope I can make it even better. So see you in the next part, and thank you for watching.